So I had some comments of people mentioning that I kind of overbuilt this thing and that it would take a lot to move it around, which is fine. I get that. I did quite a bit overbuild it, but now you can see why. So this is about, I would say, a 10-foot oak log, probably over a foot in diameter. That's a red oak log, which, as you can imagine, is quite heavy, sitting up on top of my Sawbuck. Normally you wouldn't do that with a Sawbuck. You'd probably put smaller pieces of wood on there, but for me, I want to be able to put wood up on there like that. I want to be able to put logs up on there and cut them and keep them off the ground while I'm cutting, just to make it easier. So this is what I came up with. So I know that this is probably a little bit more than the limit for this Sawbuck, but at least now you kind of have an idea of what I'm trying to do with it. I have logs like this that are probably 6 or 8 inches in diameter, a little bit bigger than you normally probably would put on one of these. I have all my mill scraps, so I wanted to make it beefy enough to handle what I'm doing with it. So I am probably going to reinforce it with an additional 2x4 on either side of each of these, all the way down, right in the center where the X kind of meets. So just to kind of help reinforce it, but that's pretty much it. Alright, so now that we cut a regular log on here, let's grab some of these mill scraps, put them up there, see how it works. Alright, well, I'd say this works pretty well. Just cut all those mill scraps in a matter of, 10 seconds? And so that's going to make the rest of this real easy. And all that I got up here real easy to cut. So that's going to be nice. I got Stacy over there on the log splitter. She's doing a great job, as she always does with the splitting. So while she's doing that, I'm going to grab the rest of these mill scraps, cut them up, and then split up what we need to split up. I should be able to put most of the logs I'm going to cut up for firewood on this thing with no problem. So I'll probably just make sure all the logs that I cut are going to be cut down to 6 or 8 feet in length before I put them on there, and logs that are preferably under like maybe a foot in diameter. So those logs are still going to be a few hundred pounds. So this thing was definitely built to last and built to be beefy and sit out here in the elements and the whole bit. Used all galvanized nails and screws. So it's definitely built to last. Definitely a little bit overbuilt, like I said, but that was done intentionally. I'm probably going to put a little bit more reinforcement on here with some 2x4s, but aside from that, the way I have this thing built, it should pretty much hold anything you would normally put on a Sawbuck. So I appreciate you guys watching. Put some comments, concerns, anything like that, questions you have down in the comment section below. Yes, if you need something that's light to carry around your property, this isn't going to do that for you, because you probably don't want to move this thing around a whole lot because it is big and beefy. But seeing that I have a dedicated area for splitting and running my sawmill, I'm not really concerned about having to move it very much. If I ever have to move it, it's going to be probably within a 20-foot area, and I should be able to move that by myself. It might weigh, it probably weighs less than 100 pounds, so I'm not really worried about it. I can grab one end and drag it. I actually can pick the whole thing up. It's not a big deal. So yeah, but if you have any questions, suggestions, anything like that, I'd definitely be happy to take any of that. So anyway, I appreciate you all watching. Take care, and we'll see you on the next video.